So a little over a month ago, we told you of the Wenatchee, the brand new converted hybrid electric ferry that went into service, but then it was almost immediately taken offline after like 13 and a half minutes or something because it wasn't ready to go back into service. Well, they told us that mechanical error was going to take it out of service for the foreseeable future. It essentially just lost power, which is one of the things it needs, as it turns out. And I know that this is shocking for a ferry to be electrified and then no longer be capable of running, despite all the promises being made as to how technologically advanced we now are, to the point where we would convert our gas-powered ferries to electric. I'm shocked too. I will be honest. When I saw this news, I didn't say to myself, well, that could have been foreseen. I said, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yeah. Well, they say now upgrading a 27-year-old ferry is no small feat. This is WashDOT. The Wenatchee now has a modern propulsion system, new ship controls, and hybrid electric power. This was an engineering challenge few have attempted on a vessel of this size. Okay, see, that's the kind of statement you would put out after you successfully get the Wenatchee back in the water and fully operational. Not the excuse you make after total failure. Did they not do any of this testing beforehand? They had to have done some testing. Why is it that they're now doing additional tests to make sure that it gets ready to go back into the... Why did they not do that originally?
Because they're incompetent.
Oh, okay. That's usually the answer to questions I asked about either WashDOT or Washington State Ferries or Washington State, insert the agency. The answer is always because they're incompetent.
Or they just don't care.
That's all. So I do think they sometimes care.
Yeah.
Like when they go out to try to tax people and take their money. I think they care about that.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's fair. When they try to close a business because you didn't wear a COVID mask in 2023, I think they care about that. I mean, I think it's more about caring about their own power.
Yeah.
But I do think they care. So they're still doing their testing, and it appears that they're not yet ready to put this back on the water. They say engine crews, maintenance teams, and techs at Eagle Harbor work to determine the cause of the ferry's issue, according to the Washington State Ferries spokesperson. They found the control system's communication wires were unstable, causing the motors to shut down. A generator powered by a diesel engine drives the motors, which power the propellers of the ferry. Once electric charging stations are built at terminals, this will change. Oh, okay. I'm sure there won't be any problems once you build these massive batteries. This is big as the world's biggest battery we're going to have hanging out by the docks now. Oh, that'll be
totally
fun.
Clean too.
According to the spokesperson, speaking to the Seattle Times, said the issue had been difficult to find because it, quote, may only happen at certain speeds or in certain operating conditions. Okay, that sounds like a great ship. I'm so glad we spent all that money upgrade. Aren't you glad that we spent the money on a potential propeller issue that only happens when you go a certain speed? Because one might argue, go with me here, in order for a ferry to stop, the speed has to come down. And in order for a ferry to go forward, it has to go up. And at some point between 0 knots and however fast it's supposed to go, there's the potential of it just shutting down because it hits that number. Kind of feels like this problem is going to happen again and again and again and again. And of course, what are they doing to make up for the Wenatchee being out of service? They moved the Walla Walla and Tacoma ferries, which then impacts another route. It's such a mess. Otherwise, it's a wonderful idea. I'm so grateful to the innovative thinkers over at WashDOT and the Washington State government, especially the governor's office. In this case, it would have happened under Inslee. They're really protecting our environment, especially, with all the idling cars that now have to wait before they actually get onto a ferry. I think still that there's a trade-off that makes sense.
It is funny how in our modern age, we think we're so smart and better than all those idiots that came before us, but we can't even get a boat.
It does not end. It does not end. Meanwhile, Kraken season's just around the corner. I think their first preseason game is this weekend. I didn't even realize the season had ended. I have no concept of Kraken season.
Yeah, the Stanley Cup ended in about 3 months ago today almost.
No understanding of the general schedule. Baseball, I barely follow anymore because it's pretty much every weekend or every day. Right? It ends 3-ish weeks, I think, right? Or something, the season. There's only a few games left.
The regular season ends on the 28th, whatever next Sunday is.
A week and a half and then 2 more weeks, 3 weeks for playoffs.
And the World Series nowadays usually ends late October or maybe early November, depending on how long it goes.
That's going on, but no one cares about that anymore because the season's almost over. So they're not going to do what we always get at the start of seasons. What stories do we always get locally at the start of any sports season?
The new cuisine.
Yes, the new menus that are being offered. We're supposed to pretend that it's a good thing that we've gone away from just like traditional stadium food for $40 gluten-free whatever. And so King 5 has one for Climate Pledge Arena, a.k.a. Virtue Signal Arena. For the Kraken fans, they have partnered with a new vendor named Delaware North, and they announced these new menu items yesterday along with their sustainability efforts. Oh, dear God. Jose Cedeno with something. I don't know. What... He talks with who? Molly Demers?
Demers, I'm guessing, yeah.
She's the executive chef, I guess. Here's what they're offering us now, according to King 5.
Lots of things are new this season. I'm geeking out because we actually have...
I don't want you geeking out on food. I just want you cooking it, okay? Like, I don't... What are you geeking out on? It's not a... Is it a smart hot dog? Is it a tech thing?
Pierogi coming to the arena.
Okay, so you're not responsible for that. You've just gotten a restaurant locally, a good restaurant locally, to sell their food there. What do you get? We're going to give you credit for that, executive chef? What is she bragging about that for? She didn't make it.
Did she say pierogi? Isn't it pierogi?
Yeah, well, you can't,
So excited to have them. Poke Pop is a brand new concept where we're launching fresh shucked oysters.
Oh, God. If you eat that around me at a stadium, I might slap it from your hand and then shove you. I'm not going to punch you. I'm not a monster. But I do think out of annoyance, I'm just going to slam it out of your hand and say, no! Kind of like when D'Artagnan I have a dog, his name is D'Artagnan. I don't think we talked about this. When he gets into the trash, I'm like, no! I'm going to do the same.
Oysters are gross.
Oysters are not only gross, it's not stadium food.
Yeah.
This is not poke. Poke?
I've had poke at a stadium.
Oh God, I hate you so much.
Although
right
I will say you have a point though, because it's usually not. It's not nearly as good as it otherwise would be.
Of course not.
Yeah.
The only thing you have going for is the temperature.
Yeah.
The fish will be cold.
And then the arena dog. We wanted something that just says hockey. So we're doing a foot-long hot dog.
Real quickly, I weirdly don't view a hot dog as saying hockey. Right? A hot dog says baseball.
Yeah.
It doesn't say hockey. I'm not against hot dogs at any sporting event. I'm just saying it doesn't scream hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what does scream hockey? I don't know.
Something cold?
Like ice cream. An ice cream sandwich. That screams hockey to me.
With braised Royal Ranch short rib.
That's not necessary for a hot dog. You don't need braised short rib on a hot dog. That's insane.
A horseradish cream and fried onions.
I'm gonna go with the arena dog. Let's see. It's different.
Why'd they change it to porno music at the end there? As he's eating his hot
Ron
dog.
Jeremy about to walk through the door.
Listen to the musical change. Why? That's just disgusting.
Somebody order a pizza?
Why are you holding the pizza in that way near your crotch? It's so weird. What is happening?
A ranch short rib, a horseradish cream, and fried onions.
I'm gonna go with the arena dog. Let's see. It's different for sure. I can't come.
It is not a compliment when upon first bite, instead of saying it's delicious, says it's different for sure. Yeah, it's different.
That's like someone's reaction when they get a really bad Christmas gift and they,
Yeah,
they go,
it's like, oh, it's a gift.
Oh, tube socks.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, let's go open that big box over there.
To a food event and not eat a smash burger.
Let's talk sweets. Froyo, we are adding toppings this year.
Now that I think about it, do you really want froyo or ice cream when you're already cold?
yeah.
Like hot chocolate, but you can't drink. I'll make fun of you if you drink hot chocolate at a game. It's just weird. Just don't tell me it's hot chocolate. And you have to chug it like a beer.
We're also going to be releasing a Kraken cookie with the famous red eye to match that new fluorescent jersey.
What is the eye? What is it made of? Is it an actual eyeball, like a fish eyeball?
It's a delicacy.
Kraken eyeball?
It's an experience. This whole arena is meant to be a vibe, and the food brings that same energy.
Add to the list of words to stop using vibe. I don't want to hear that anymore. Oh, it's a vibe. Oh, it's a vibe. It's got a whole vibe. Can you add that to the list? Oh my gosh. They're not the only ones who made the announcement. Seattle Times, it feels a little late to the game. There's already been 2 Seahawks games. I don't know why they just this morning released an article on new dishes at Lumen Field for this season. Shouldn't you have done that 2 weekends ago? Why'd they wait so long?
Yeah, we already had one game.
We've had 2 games. I know one home game, but I mean we're heading into week 3, and now they're telling us the new items. And so Lumen Field is an interesting one. I like the food options at T-Mobile. Generally, I think they're all like baseball appropriate. There's some that are like, really, come on, we don't need to do that. But for the most part, I think they're doing a really good job. Lumen Field, they say they've got now 15 of the Just Walk Out shops, the Amazon automate. I love that. I want more of that. But they say the concession stands will now have chicken tenders coated in Cheetos, which is so disgustingly
Sounds diabolical.
messy. It's just getting Cheeto crumbs now on your fingers, just walking around with orange fingers. And people here won't eat that. You'll know the conservatives from the liberals. The conservatives will be fine with orange skin, but not the liberals. They say a pasta bowl, pasta at a football game? Really?
I've had pasta at a Mariner game.
Oh my God, I hate you. I hate you again. Pork rib sliders, Korean squid ink corn dogs. Why?
Yeah.
Why? What's the point of that?
I thought the squid ink would be in the pasta, but
Squid ink is just the color. It doesn't taste like anything.
yeah.
So what's the point? They have a double smash burger. That's fine. With Cajun grilled onions. What are Cajun grilled onions? Just seasoning on grilled
probably
onions?
the spicing. Yeah.
Sausage with jalapeno and cheddar cheese, Carolina tartar sauce, and beer-battered fried pickles, topped with teardrop peppers. Cajun cornmeal fried catfish over cornbread. Oh, my God. Blue tamales with roasted vegetables, topped with cabbage salad. Is it a restaurant? It just seems messy. Vegetarian nachos topped with jackfruit. Sounds disgusting.
That sounds weird, yeah.
That just sounds gross. I mean, I will say the chicken tenders do look good, but it's got to be really gross. I do like this. You know those weird, I think it's Korean, chung chun hot dogs? You know what I'm talking about? Like the weird cutout, almost like a potato with little squares around it.
No.
I think it's in this case, a hot dog stuffed with mozzarella. I've had one of those before. They're good. They're really good. But you do want to eat phallic foods in public. You know what I mean?
Remember,
don't give it to the King 5 reporter because he's going to turn it into a porno music soundtrack thing. Yard-long pulled pork nachos with pickled onions. What does it mean, yard-long pulled pork? That's how long the string... That's too much. What about just a hot dog?
Eh.
Oh, shut up. Hot dogs are the best. Just basic hot dogs.
I can't remember the last time I had a hot dog at a sporting event, honestly.
I went to the one time I went to the Mariners, or the second time, I can't remember, a few months ago with Jake, and we were looking for food, and we were like, oh, this isn't, we just went for the most basic Hempler's hot dog, and it was delicious, and it was super cheap too.